before our lesson, I said where my students always get confused with the one-no trump forcing when they have 3, sometimes 4 card support. So it's easy when we have 6 to 9. It doesn't make any difference if you have 6 to 9, when you have exactly 3 or 4. If partner opens a major, a heart or a spade, you're just bidding 2 spades, and doesn't matter if you have 3 or 4 cards. That is clear. The confusion part is when I have 10 to 12 points. When I have 10 to 12, but I only have 3 trumps, I have to first bid one no trump forcing, and then partner will bid something. So let me put partner will bid, let's say 2 clubs, and then afterwards you will jump to 3 spades. Is that making sense?
Can you just say again? Yes.
Sure. So if you had 6 to 9 points, you will bid 1 spade, 2 spades. When you have 10 to 12, because you only have 3 cards support for partner, as the responder, you first must bid 1 no trump forcing, and if partner bids 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, afterwards you will jump to 3 spades. And now partner knows that you don't have 4 card support, because if you had 4 card support with 10 to 12 points, you would jump right away 1 spade to 3 spades. Barbara?
With 10 to 12.
Yes.
I understand it, but it's a hard habit to break. Usually, if you respond one no trump, it means you don't have a fit.
Not if you have, because normally it used to be 1 no trump, only 6 to 9 points. Yes?
Now
yes. That the 1 no trump, it's 6 to bet 12. We have to have a way to bid with 3 card support. So if we have the 3 card support, we must first bid 1 no trump forcing if we have the 10 to 12 points, okay? And if we have 4 trumps, we bid 1 spade, 3 spades right away, okay? Now.
And we haven't really done, and the opener in that second 10 to 12 points wouldn't repeat the spades unless they have 6, correct?
That's correct.
And that's why they would
have to have 6.
They would give you a second suit that probably had 4, 5, 4.
Could be even 3 if it's a minor.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when we have 13 or more points, game forcing hand with 3 card support, we will over 1 spade. We always will bid 2 over 1. You will never bid 1 spade, 4 spades, yes?
Right.
But over 1 heart, you either bid the 2 over 1, or you can mention 1 spade. Because 1 spade, it's not like 1 no trump forcing that limits the hand only to 12 points, yes? If you bid 1 spade promise 6 plus points, yes?
And do you prefer to give the 2 over 1 first and then the spade?
So depending, Justine, how many cards I have in each suit. If I have longer minor than the spade, then I would prefer bidding 2 over 1 first, bidding 1 heart,
2 clubs,
2
and
clubs,
then
yes, and then later show the spades, yes? But if my spades were equal, I prefer bidding spades first, okay? Now, with 4 trumps and 13 plus points, remember, you can always use those special conventions. And I think, Janet, Allison, you don't know those conventions very well. So for you girls, we'll bid 2 over 1. For people that play Jacoby 2 no trump or Splinter, you will be using those conventions, okay, instead. Jacoby 2 no trump, we always doing with balance hand, and Splinter, we do with not a balance hand, with a singleton or void. Now, when we don't have a fit, remember, you doing like the same way like you would be doing in standard, that you cannot go to level 2. In standard would be 10 plus points, in 2 over 1 would be with 13 plus points, yes? So one spade. Let's say that. If I have no support for partner, I can bid two clubs. Partner, let's say bid two diamonds. And then I can never support partner unless partner repeated the spades, yes? And that would be fine. If partner now bids two spades, this is now forcing or not if I bid three spades?
Not forcing.
It is forcing because I
Oh,
already.
because you did 2 over 1
Yes.
beginning.
And now this bidding, it's really not only forcing, but I'm telling partner I'm interested in slam. Because anytime when you force each other to game, yes, originally in the first bid, if afterwards you're going to be bidding slower on level 3, that will always say to partner, I'm interested in slam. If you were not interested in slam, you could bid now 4 spades, saying to partner, I had a fit, yes, but I was not interested in slam. Okay. Now,
So Sophia, can I just ask a quick question?
sure, Kelly.
I want to make sure I understand this. So what we used to do as a limit raise, 10 to 12 points. With 2 over 1, we can only do that now if we have 4 card support in the major.
Yes. Now, in theory, even in the old days, when partner opens the 1 spade, in theory, if you only had 3 cards, support for partner's suit, and even 10 points, you're supposed to be always bidding the new suit first. Partner, let's say, bid 2 diamonds, and now you would jump to 3 spades. Okay, because normally even in standard, 1 spade, 3 spades was always supposed to promise 4. I never really was very strict about that because
Okay.
I was happy that you remember the point count that 6 to 9 it's on level 2 and bidding on level 3 it's 10 to 12. This is the more expert way. There is a way you guys don't have to do it, but if you're gonna be learning, learn the better habit right away now when you're learning the 2 over 1. So if you have only 3 cards support, you bid 1 no trump. If you have 4 cards support, you bid 3 spades. Okay? So
This, sorry,
mhm.
this, well, it's not 2 over 1, so I won't ask it. It just came up something the other.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good. Then I will stop sharing and I will stop that recording and I will get you guys now access to my table. Okay, let me just